Charlie Brooker and you're watching Screenwipe, a programme all about television, and I don't know if you've noticed, but something weird's happened to our documentaries.
Not so long ago, they all looked like this, a televised lecture in which some reassuring academic shop window dummy stands in a landscape filling your brain with facts.
But many documentaries today aren't on a quest to explain, they're just on a quest full stop.
Of course, quests are traditionally undertaken for noble, important causes like slaying a dragon or saving an endangered species from extinction. You know, all noble and shit, yeah. Modern TV quests also purport to be noble at heart. Take the recent Jamie's Ministry of Food, in which Lord Sainsbury of Tum Tum ventured to the faraway kingdom of Rotherham to battle the poor dietary habits of a strange breed of people called Northerners. To do so, he swore...
Fuck yeah, no.
Patronised...
I want you to, cook.
And started a scheme called Pass It On, in which Northernites were encouraged to learn to cook a dish, then teach two of their bestest friends to cook it too, thereby passing it on throughout the population, just like hepatitis C.
Hello, Rotherham!
Thing is, despite public displays, it didn't really catch on until he got employers to cajole their workforces into mass pass-it-on boot camps, where they were taught to infect one another with a stir-fry recipe meme, in a nightmare vision of Britain's inevitable future in which the entire proletariat is forced to cook like the sort of people who read the Observer colour supplement or face death by pummelling.
A wedge of lime, shove it on the side of your plate, girls.
Still, at least the mission made Jamie happy as he told us via a medium of swearing.
Any business with a pair of decent bollocks and half a brain would see this and think, that is fucking great.
Yeah, I bet the chairman of ICI is issuing a statement to that effect right now.
This is what starts gossip. And instead of being about fucking Big Brother or, you know, who's shagging who or whatever, it's about cooking.
Yeah, they'll still be talking about this in years to come. Did you see that sort of cookery thing that didn't really work? No. To be fair, Jamie Oliver's heart's in the right place. He knows his subject matter and he doesn't fake his enthusiasm. But not all mission show hosts are quite so philanthropic. Some of them are just completely full of shit.
Hello, Birmingham. Welcome to the Great British Body.
We've never been on such a gargantuan mission to discover how people feel about their bodies and themselves.
Yes, earlier this year, Trini and Susanna clogged up 3 individual hours of the ITV schedule with a show called The Great British Body, which was a quest to find a male and female whose bodies sort of represented something about British flesh. And in order to find them, they traversed the country meeting literally loads of people. Fat ones, thin ones, hairy ones, and even dead ones like the late Rod Hull. They also encouraged them to strip off in a little cubicle.
This is my sexy bum, and I love it.
These are the arms. That's my my left arm, and this is my right arm.
Oh, is it getting warm in here, or is it just me?
You think you like it?
Yeah, great. Pull your cheeks apart. I want to see up your little hole.
The justification for all this literal bum-gazing was to celebrate the British body, symbolised by a spectacular finale in which Trin and Suze convinced 300 members of the public to strip off and form a gigantic human sculpture up a hill that somehow managed to be stomach-churning and totally unimpressive all at the same time.
And T and S aren't the only ones with T and A on the brain.
I recently did something I thought I'd never do. I took off all my clothes in public.
Say hello to Dawn Porter, the undisputed queen of mission docs. She's a pouting elfin journo babe who's unafraid to immerse herself completely in weighty subjects like steamy lesbian sex play, creepy oil-soaked German orgies, and in what is perhaps her masterwork, Dawn Gets Naked, the awe-inspiring world of Dawn Getting Naked. The vast bulk of Dawn Gets Naked consists of Dawn exploring the world of clotheslessness in a variety of increasingly tenuous ways. She visits a nudist colony, takes lessons from burlesque instructors, goes shopping for knickers, tries a bit of burlesque, has her fanny waxed, poses naked for a life drawing class, and gets touched up. And the justification for this depressing load of literal bum-gazing was the empowerment of women, symbolised by a spectacular finale in which Dawn hired an open-top bus and cruised the streets of London with an army of tiresome knocker flashing exhibitionists. Oh, they're mad, they are.
Still, at least Dawn's shows are all meant to be a bit of a giggle. Some shows disguise themselves as something altogether more heavyweight.
Take A WI Lady's Guide to Brothels, a baffling point and chortle Channel 4 mission doc ostensibly campaigning for better working conditions for prostitutes, which had the sheer shameless balls to invoke real-life murder victims at the start to justify all the puerile sniggery the rest of the show consisted of. Old WI women researching sex shops, a zany reporter manning a dial-a-wank phone line, and a pointless finale in which a mobile brothel was driven straight into Middle England, the show's implicit message being, anyone who objects to this wants prostitutes dead.
What, that thing down?
Yes, yes. And
It's horrendous. And how often does it come?
Anyway, all this got me thinking, could we turn Screenwipe into a mission show for 1 week only?
If we did, we'd need to find a suitable cause that could justify a campaign full of all kinds of unnecessary titillation, culminating in a big pointless stunt.
Oh, and I'd need a diary cam to record my thoughts along the way. Something like this. Hello.
Most of these shows get away with their silly stunts by claiming to be agents of female empowerment.
But what do I know about female empowerment? Nothing. My mission show is going to have to revolve around male empowerment. But how?
To solve the problem of male liberation, we assembled a special men-only, no-girls, all-testosterone think tank, with a few women in it because they're basically better. But after hours of debate, we still hadn't come up with a valid cause worth questing for. Eventually, I went off for a piss, at which point it struck me.
Okay, so I'm finding it quite hard to go in here because there's another bloke standing beside me, look. And I think maybe that could be the focus for our mission.
And so it was decided. Suddenly, our mission had an aim. We'd start a campaign aimed at freeing men from the tyranny of shycock, symbolised by inviting a group of 20 men to come and join us by having a great big celebratory piss on a hill. Thus invigorated, I returned home to do some more research.
Me and you are going to get on just fine.
Okay, I've just noticed something else about these shows, and it might be a bit of a deal breaker as far as ours is concerned. Thing is, the people who present them are generally quite attractive and inquisitive sorts, sort of upbeat and optimistic. You know, they laugh a lot, they enthuse about things, they seem genuinely interested in the world around them. Whereas my life consists of stumbling around in my own squalid filth, complaining about things. What's more, mission show hosts are always really good with people. It's almost as if they actually care about them. And I'm not good with people, I'm awkward around them. I mean, what do you expect? They're bloody people.
Oh, look at people walking around, drinking cups of tea, getting little bits of sandwich round their mouth as they eat. God, they're disgusting. I say fuck people. People ruin everything. Look at them. Look at their eyes and their ears and their hair growing on their stupid fucking heads. They make me fucking puke. God, I wish they were dead. All of you right now. I fucking hate you, and I sincerely hope you just fucking well die.
And that's why I'm not really the right face for this mission. What we need is someone who's genuinely, like, attractive and outgoing and inquisitive, all of that shit. You know, someone like,
I'm Connie Huck. I'm 33 years old, but I look about 9. And for as long as I can remember, I've been fascinated by the world of urination. As a girl, I've always found it easy to urinate. I simply sit down and relax the muscles of my external urinary sphincter, allowing urine to flow from my bladder through my urethra and vulva. I then simply wipe myself clean, flush the toilet and go back into the studio to shake hands with the floor manager as if nothing happened. But for men, urinating can be anything but carefree. A terrifying 7% of the male population, that's 2 million men, are believed to suffer from paruresis, a social anxiety disorder which stops them emptying their bladders when standing beside a stranger at a urinal. I'm determined to help them, and that's why I'm on a mission to encourage British men to shrug off the shame of shycock and join me for a mass celebratory outdoor piss on a hill. But first, I have to get to know the subject firsthand.
You know what? I just had a bit of a realisation in the loo. I just had a real thought that if I'm going to do this properly, it's no good sort of peeing sitting down in a cubicle. I actually have to get into the part, get into the psyche, get into the role. I need to do this properly. I need to feel what it's like to be one of those men. I need to pee at a urinal. Inside here is actually what is termed as a she-wee. Now, this is kind of like a funnel. I actually... Oh, gosh. This is like... I guess you could say it's like a penis, a plastic penis. Right, so I guess that fits there and that goes on there. Undo my flies. Stick it in the nicks. I feel like maybe my muscles have seized up or something because I actually don't feel like I can do the wee. It's really weird, but there is something strangely empowering. I do feel like, oh, look, I've got a wee. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh.
Yeah, now there's a slight danger at this point that our mission might be coming across as a bit gratuitous. So we need to justify ourselves by proving this is a real issue.